Welcome everyone. This is Pineleaf, and today we are starting season number 4 for Pinetopia, where we are in 1.18, the cave and cliff sites. As you can gather from where I spawned, it looks like a mountain of spruce, not spruce, birch. Spruce. That was wishful thinking, I think, because Pinetopia, I think of spruce when I think of Pinetopia. But this is not spruce, this is birch. Well, we will have to do with birch for now, and then we will have to find some nice location. It looks like I spawned pretty close to 0, 0. That means I should be able to easily find this place again at some point on this rather high hill. But we are in the caves and cliffs update, which means that we are going to have all sorts of. Did I just see? Oh my goodness gracious! We've got a problem here. The forest is on fire. What am I going to do about this? This is not a problem you'd like to run into right at the start of a new world. Seeing the whole thing just burn down to the ground. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I am going to have to get up here. I was hoping to do things like look for a nice spot in which to build, or to do something else like that. Perhaps find some sheep so that I'll be able to make a bed so that I could sleep safely tonight or anything like that. Do I get to do that? Nope. I get to start a new world by plugging up a hole of lava. Alright, I guess the first thing to do is to get rid of the source of the fire. Then I have to find a way to put it out. Of course, I don't have any real good tools for doing that, but that's a little detail in here. I suppose the fire will eventually burn itself out in time. Right, let's see. That's not going to spread anymore, right? All right, let's put these out to reduce the number of first death that's going to be due to fire, isn't it? I don't know how I'm going to put out all of this permanently, but uh, is there any more of this? No, I guess it's just taking its sweet time before the lava finishes coming down all the way. Well, I guess I'll just have to let that run its course. I just hope that its course isn't going to be a completely charred forest when I come back. Now, what do I need to do? I need to find some place that's a little bit safer, I guess. This lake looks like a nice area, but that is a really tall mountain out in the distance. And now we'll see how good or bad the mountains are here, because the mountains are a lot larger, a lot taller and all. Now the question is, are they as annoying? Because I know that in the previous version, mountains were very, very annoying to work with. I always had a lot of trouble with them. But I've heard that they're a little bit less annoying to work with these days because they're of a more natural variety. We'll have to see about that. But I guess I'll just have to start by getting some tools out so we can have something to work with at least. Let's see, we've got some the dripstone cave. That's what we've got over there. All sorts of things. Alright, I guess I'll just have to start with some basic tools here. Not exactly sure what all I'll be needing at the moment. I'll probably be able to make most of this obsolete before I even get to use them, but Better to have something all ready than not to have anything at all. There we go. There we go. And then one final one for our shovel. Good. Now let's grab this. Now what all am I going to be needing? I'm probably going to be needing a little bit of... Boy, this place is... Ooh, we got some bricks here. All right, I mean some clay so that I could make bricks. We've got a water table that looks very, very weird at the moment. Right. And then we've got... Do you have any fish? That's something I was hoping to see. Some sheep would be nice, though. I'll probably wind up going underground in order to do some mining. Now, here's looks like a nice place to... Well, it is not exactly a... Actually, this... That is andesite, isn't it? Yeah, that's andesite. Well, I was hoping for some... Yeah, here we go. Stone instead. So let's grab some stone. That way I could demonstrate just how foolish I was making all of that stuff. There you go. And we got 13 of that. I think we need a little bit of... All right, let me make my better tools. The tools that will probably last me... Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. It'll hopefully last me a little bit longer. We'll get this. Get that. We'll get that. We'll get that. And we'll get that. Set number 2. Even before I used that, I even predicted that that was going to happen, didn't I? Oh well. Actually, the other thing I want to do is to get a little bit, because I do want to create some torches here. Actually, let's use the better pickaxe for this. So I'll just make a furnace here. I'll probably have to go and do some mining for the first night because I've lost all the time that I would have in order trying to navigate that fire on how much for that would be usually spending for looking for sheep and the like. Well, what do I want here? I want a furnace because we need coal. There we go. One. We might as well put those wooden tools to some good use. Now, my entire reason for doing this was so that I could get some torches, because I'm going to be able to need to see and actually light this place up so that it won't turn into a death trap come nighttime. And speaking of nighttime, I have a... Oh yeah, sun is going down. Oh, let's pick this up. Wait for this to pick up. Well, fortunately, mobs wait until it's completely dark before they spawn now, so we don't have to worry too much on that account. Now let's go in here. This would be a nice little area to hunker down for the first night. Well, of course, what I'll really do is to do some mining and the like. Let's see. Turn this into a little home. Sort of our initial starter location until we get a nice, comfy area. Now, let's see. We will want a door. Picked up some oak during the cut, and there you go. No problem. Now let's start cutting out an area where we will be living in here. Now let's see. And I'll be wanting to get some coal. That's one of the things I'll be wanting to get. And I was thinking of saying metals, but I would say that coal is equally something that's necessary, especially when I start getting really down where coal is going to be harder and harder to get. So getting it when I can will be a good idea. Now, what's in store for this season? One of the things I'm hoping to do, of course, is to do a bit of exploration because we do have all these new caves and cliffs to explore in this update. The other thing I would like to do is a little bit more with farms that I did in previous seasons. I've been avoiding doing those things in the past, and I thought that maybe a couple of some of the easier farms that I could do. I'm not going to make the big super deluxe get 10,000 gold per hour or anything. I doubt there is a gold uh, an iron farm that could get 10,000 ingots per hour, but I'm sure that if it is possible, someone has already built one. But something that will be able to suit my needs in here. Now, let's see. We are at y equals 70. Now, I'm in some sort of mountainous area or the like. Now, can I get iron up here? The answer is that the worst place to look for gold in Minecraft in 1.18 is between 70 and 80. And I am right at 70. The worst place you could possibly be when looking for iron. So I have to head on down into a place that would be more hospitable for that. And I might as well just start making the mines that I'll be needing eventually. Let's get some diorite, all the basic stuff that I'll be needing. But iron is probably one of the most important things to get because, well, a pickaxe, an iron pick is going to be very, very nice to have so that I will be able to have a tool that will last for a lot longer than this one's lasting. Actually, I think it's about to run out. Yeah, there it goes. I heard some cave sounds, so obviously a cave in the area. But even if I didn't hear that, that looks like a dead giveaway if I've ever seen one. Well, so is that. So it looks like, yeah. Looks like we've got something deep and dark down here. Some sort of dripstone cavern, obviously. And of course, we've got all this gravel here that's being an annoyance. So let's see what's down here. So most likely I'll just explore that the next day because it looks like that the sun is up and I want to see if I can find some sheep. Right, I've got all this up here. They'll probably flatten that out a little bit as time goes on. Welcome. Now, let's see if I can find some sheep in the area. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, that fire burned itself out. Here's the devastation that was the fire. I don't see an actual fire anymore, though I do see some of those nasty floating logs that I detest. So I am going to have to deal with them. But at least, no fire. So I need to do some cleanup. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to do this in time to still have a moment to find some, yikes, to find some sheep so that I can have a nice place to rest at the end of the day. What would be useful for this would be some scaffolding, and that's not as preposterous as it may seem because according to the screen, the biome that I was in when I was under that cave was a jungle edge. I was a bit surprised when I saw that, so I had to go up on the mountain above that to see if there is actually a jungle above that. If there is, maybe there could be some bamboo there, and I can use some of that in order to build some scaffolding. Of course, there is this little detail of needing some string also. And, of course, I still need to find some sheep. And some fish! Yes! Fish! Fish! Are you here yet? This isn't a stream or anything? Oh, hi there. You have just volunteered to be my first night's dinner. Or second night's dinner. Oh, okay. Wait. Thank you! Now let's see if this is really a jungle. Yeah, it's really a jungle. Oh, right next to here. Cocoa pods. Well, might as well start harvesting those every once in a while. There you go. I've run into quite a number of spawns where you had these micro jungles nearby, which is nice and handy. Well, it'd be really nice and handy if there could be some bamboo nearby, but it looks like it's just so micro a jungle. I mean, just tiny, tiny little speck of a jungle here that I don't think it's going to be enough to have any bamboo in it. Oh well, too bad. At least if I need any brown dye, I'll have plenty of that. And white dye apparently also. Oh, what's this over here? Oh, ho, 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 ho! A much larger jungle area, I see. Do I have time for this? Let's see, this is, I've got not much. Let's see, anything here that looks like it could be useful for scaffolding? Hold on. Is that bamboo out in the distance over there? I don't think so. Oh well, I have to explore that some other time, but it looks like there is plenty of jungle nearby. I just didn't notice it when I first came on, so I was a bit surprised when I saw that I was right at the edge of one. Probably a good place to be, because being deep in it has always been a bane for me. Oh, cattle! That's nice. How about sheep? Now, trouble with sheep is that if I kill the sheep, then it sort of kills my wool supply from anything over the basic level. So I'll just have to look around later after I get some shears. I'll just have to make shears when the items I get soon enough. But first, I need to find a sheep in order to be able to shear them. But at least I've got some cattle, so if I need to milk a cow, I could do that. And I'm also going to need to remember where my base location is. Ah, here it is. A nice little grotto to help me along. I'll just have to build maybe a structure out here so it'll be easier to spot in the future. But it looks like a nice place to go for the night. And we'll just plop one there. Plop one there. And I'll just do some mining and see you in the morning. Or until I find some copper. Unfortunately, it's not iron, because iron would be a lot more useful, I think. But it helps me to get into the dripstone cave. I wonder if I could use some nice things with this dripstone eventually. Oh, ha 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 ha. see, this is probably going to take a few moments in here, right? Yeah, I'll have to wend my way through here, right? That looks like it's safe enough for mobs, at least for the moment. Though it's not very safe to fall upon, I think. And now this side. Oh, this leads to the outside. Hmm. Probably not safe because outside is probably a nasty place for mobs to enter. So I will just... Oh. So what I'll do is I'll just cover that up for now. And that way, I get no surprise presents from whatever spawns outside during this night. So, back to mining. It's morning now, and I see a zombie under that tree. That's the first mob I've seen in this game. At least the first hostile mob I've seen in this game. Wondering if I could do something against it. Hi there. There you go. That's at least one less thing I have to worry about as I start on the third day in this world. I guess it's going to be spent looking for sheep. And it looks like we got mobs in the distance burning away. Maybe I could collect a few things that have dropped from them. And I just have to make sure I don't get blown up in the process. Ah! A sheep! There's only one little problem. I'll just have to photograph the sheep so that I could find it again later because that is the only one I've seen so far. But that gives me hope. As long as someday I get some shears, because if there's only one sheep in the area, I certainly don't want to kill it. Oh, I finally found a flock of sheep right next to the jungle. Some jungle sheep. That's just that's just dirt sticking out of the river. All right. Whew. Hold on. One strand of bamboo. Okay, I think I just saw a second one also to the side there. Yes, there is some bamboo here. Good. Now I just need to get some string, but I'm sure at some point I'll run into some spiders, whether I like it or not. There you go. Might as well grab the sugar cane while I'm here. And I think that's a decent supply run then, as the sun gets ready to set on the third day. Ah, I have finally found my first iron. Not exactly in the best place I'd like to see it. Well, I'll just have to find a way to get over there. Looks like some interesting block placement is going to be required. Let's see how this works. Looks like we got one, two, actually 3 pieces of iron, 4, 5. All right, that is enough for, that's 6 pieces. That's enough for some shears, a shield, and a pickaxe. So I am starting on my way to having what I'll be needing in this particular world. And when we return next time, I'm hoping to be a little bit more established and have a nice, cozy little home all ready to build when we return to Pinetopia Season 4. Looks like I missed half the morning already.